Hey guys. So, for my self care presentation, I thought I would start out by talking about what it means to practice self care, as well as discuss all of the different ways you can go about doing that as a music therapist. As a professional, or anyone working in any professional field, it's important to understand that we are all human. Even though it is our job to help others, we do have our limitations. These limitations include emotional limitations, physical or personal limitations, basically anything you can think of that might impair your judgment as a therapist. Now, acknowledging these limitations can help you to become a better therapist and better understand your clients as they may be going through similar scenarios. Sometimes the cases that a therapist may deal with may cause some personal triggers which lead to these limitations. What is also important about this awareness is the attentiveness to bias in the workroom with patients. Clients want to be treated with the utmost amount of respect and proper care when seeing their therapist. In order to do so, a therapist needs to be in a good mindset and be able to mentally take on somebody else's needs. On page 47 in Ethical Thinking in Music Therapy, Cheryl DeLeo talks about a number of factors that impinge on a therapist's psychological vulnerability. These factors can lead to what is known as burnout, which is what we want to avoid as professionals. These factors include emotional and spiritual exhaustion, extreme idealism, loneliness, unfulfilled needs for intimacy, over-identification with clients, perfectionism, authoritarianism, need for control, traumatization, and unresolved childhood issues and isolationism. If a therapist is struggling with any of these, it might become apparent to their clients as well as their colleagues or supervisors. And again, just as human beings, we need to take care of our overall well-being. As said before, there are many ways in which a music therapist can practice self-care. Some of these self-care practices include meditation, exercise, seeking personal therapy, singing, songwriting, dancing, any type of art. The list can go on and on. Everybody's different, so everybody has a different idea of what is soothing to them. For me personally, I enjoy songwriting and performing. I feel that it's always been important for me to be able to express myself as a writer and lover of music. It didn't start out that way. I grew up playing the piano and the trumpet, and over time being exposed to different types of music, it made me interested in trying composing my own. For as long as I can remember, I would always go to the piano after school or like a long stressful day. I would just sit down and play and not limit myself to any amount of time, or, I wouldn't force a goal on myself. I would just want to express myself. There came a point where I wanted to become more experimental with sounds, and I think this happened as I got older. And ultimately, I tried songwriting as a new hobby. Now, being older, I have put together a band in my hometown, and the band consists of a guitar player, a bassist, a drummer, and a saxophone player. Sometimes we have some other instrumentalists come in and some vocalists come in, which is really cool because then we get to try different things. We've done shows all over New York, and it's been an amazing experience. So my self-care technique includes a few different things. There are different steps in which I take to develop a song. I usually start out with just singing, just kind of grooving to a song that I really like. And this could be anything I hear on the radio, this could be anything that's on my iTunes, or just whatever comes into my head. I find myself humming a lot. So from there, I'll try to take the key of the song and improvise. So start just making up nonsense, really, scatting, just working within the key that you're in to develop new sounds. Eventually, by doing this, you end up, discovering, hey, you found a melody that sounds pretty cool. Or, hey, you might have, thought of a line, like a lyric that, sticks to you and means something to you. And at that point, you decide, okay, maybe I should try making this into a song. So once an idea is formed, I spend time writing on paper what I came up with. This includes, notating the music, the time, the key that we're in, and, transposing it for any instruments that we may need. When that's done, I bring it forward to the band, and then we come together for like a hangout session and we practice. They give me a lot of feedback about what works for them and what doesn't, and eventually we make the song come to life. There's really nothing more fulfilling to me, and I love making these ideas come to life, and it's always what has made me happy. And I didn't realize that by getting other people involved and creating such a bigger sound, it can create so much more of like a fulfilling feeling. So that being said, I am going to attach a video of a performance that my band had right before this semester started, actually. And we'll be performing one of my originals called My Shoes. And in this video, I'm going to cut it short. It's a 10-minute long improvisation on the song. Yeah, so enjoy.